Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBut Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. And today it is our Sunday Stock Talk. So if you guys are joining us for the first time, make sure, well, first I was going to say smash that like button, but hold on to that. And I really hope that throughout this Sunday Stock Talk, you learn one new thing to get you one step closer to your overall goal. And then I hope that we earn your thumbs up. If you're returning and you've watched our previous Sunday Stock Talks, come on, without further ado, make sure you smash that like button. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. It looks like the market is already opening in the red. And natural gas as of right now, so /NQ, as you guys can tell, is already in the red, meaning that the overall market as a NASDAQ should be down about 1% already if it holds where it's at right now. So we're testing the SMA line as of right now, and we're going to see, are we going to find a support at the SMA line, or are we going to begin to make lower lows? And is this like the very early stages of a potential second recession? It's too early to tell. We just have a lot of people talking right now. Altogether, I am very excited to see what overall happens. So let's go ahead and get started. And one last thing that I do have to share with you guys again is if you guys have not joined our free Facebook group, that's going to be that. So if you would like to stay connected and you want to join our free Facebook group with over 200 and almost 80,000 members. Can you guys believe that? Almost 280,000 members, making us the largest Facebook group in the world for day traders. Again, if you want to stay connected, it's absolutely for free, and it's that first link down below. What is going on? So we got Marielle here. We got, let's see who we got. We got Abdul. What's up? What's up? We got Chris. I like it. I like it. Let's keep it going. So let's go ahead and let's start breaking down whatever stocks you guys might be seeing value in. All I want to ask you is make sure you guys post that in the ticker call out format, and that's all I want to ask. So as long as you guys post it in the ticker call out format, let's go ahead and let's make it happen. So here we go. We got Luis breaking down ticker symbol ROAD. So let's go ahead and break that one down. ROAD. As you guys can tell, as right now, I like to break things down on the 180-day chart to get a better understanding of its overall direction. So we can see that it hit highs of almost $21. It began to pull back, and right now it's showing signs of a potential support right around $15 to $16. And now we're testing this EMA line. So I'm going to set my alert here. I'm going to wait for the break above 1730 or wherever that EMA line is. And again, one of the things that you want to see right now is the last time that it pulled back and it tried to test the EMA line, it continued to get rejected. So we just want to make sure that, again, you don't buy at the same area where it could potentially get rejected. And as right now, we don't have full-on confirmation. So I'm going to set my alert back here as well. And if we actually begin to see higher highs, then we can follow up with it then. So let's go ahead and break down the next one. So we got ticker symbol IVR. I like it. I like it. All of you guys are posting it in the ticker call out format. I really do appreciate that. So IVR, aggressive sell-off, right? It's been consolidating. It looks like it had a really strong push as everything did pretty much. It wasn't necessarily last week, but it was about 2 weeks ago. And it looks like it's been pulling back ever since as the overall market has been pulling back. It looks like it had a really strong day on Friday. But we're just going to have to see where this one goes. I'm going to set my alert here, but I'm also, it wouldn't be much of a surprise as it has earnings approaching on the 23rd of June. Let's make sure that we're aware of that earnings, especially during the overall pandemic, can really act as a negative catalyst for the specific stock itself, especially since it's already dropped so much and business has most likely been down for it. So let's go ahead and we have so many people asking to break down GNUS. But I don't see one person post it in the ticker call out format. What's going on, Haley? So we got ticker symbol KMX. Here we go, KMX. I like it. I like it. So Carmax hit overall highs of almost $100, almost making a full recovery to before, pre-pandemic numbers, right? So that was right around $100. So that's very impressive. It pulled back. The overall market pulled back. It makes sense. I do think that overall market direction will have an influence on the overall performance of something like Carmax. So I'm going to set my alert here. If it actually breaks above the EMA line and make higher highs, then yes, I can see why you're paying attention to it, especially as it could make a recovery back to $100. But if the market continues to sell off and this thing gets rejected by this EMA line, it wouldn't be much of a surprise if it does continue to pull back, especially since right now things are so unedged with, again, coronavirus numbers increasing to say the least. So let's go ahead and break down another one. We're going through these pretty quickly. We've already done 3. I like it. I like it. So we got American Airlines. What's going on, Michael? Woo-wee. So we got American Airlines right here. As we can see, ticker symbol AAL. So it hit overall highs of $24. And one of the things that we tried to share is how overpriced it was, right? It hit highs of almost $23. It sold off within like 3-4 days, hit lows of 14, and has been showing signs of a potential push up, right? It wouldn't be much of a surprise if it does continue to sell off, as it has been making lower highs. So just take that into consideration. I would rather be someone that waits for true confirmation rather than being someone that buys in before overall confirmation, especially if your intention is not just to day trade it, right? If you plan to hold something overnight, there's a much greater form of risk involved, as just the uncontrolled variable of something potentially continuing being able to drop as you hold it overnight. So I'm going to set my alert here for the break below $16, and I already have my alert set here for the break above 18. I would love to follow up with this one and see if it actually begins to show signs of recovery. But based off of how /NQ is trading right now, I'm not too sure. It's too early to tell. I'm not too sure if the market's going to begin to continue to sell off or actually find a support in effort to actually begin to make higher highs. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Would you say that for airlines in general? Dan, I want you to have your own opinion as well, right? In my opinion, I do have to say that I think that so many people were anticipating, this is just my opinion, and feel free to share your own. I just feel like so many people anticipated this recovery from the overall airline industry that it didn't come at much of a surprise that when this thing did push up, that it became quickly overvalued. There's just so much anticipation leading up to that point where it just didn't come at much of a surprise. Do you get what I mean? That's just my opinion, so it makes sense to me on why it's pulling back. You guys let me know what you think. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So we got Luis with JBL. I like it. I like it. Thank you again for posting it in the ticker call out format. Here we go. It's trading right now at $30. Again, sold off. We're going to do a very similar breakdown with this one where we're going to set the break above the EMA line and then one for higher highs, just a little bit above that specific EMA line. I'm also going to set my alert for potential new lows on the 180-day chart. I'm sorry, not on the 180-day chart, but based off of previous lows. It looks like right now it's in the very early stages of a potential reversal. We've talked about this so many times before. It's been doing an amazing job making higher highs and higher lows as well. But that's when we get confirmation of it breaking above the EMA line after it begins or stops consolidating. So it's rejection, consolidation, and then now we just need to wait for confirmation, right? So it's the very simple things in life that people tend to overcomplicate. So I'm very excited. So if you see value in JBL, but right now direction is unclear, it's up to you to decide. Am I someone that wants to buy in right now, managing my risk and hoping that it pushes up? Or would I rather be someone that, waits for confirmation and truly allows an opportunity to present itself? It's up to you, right? We're not here to tell you where to buy, what to buy, or anything like that. I want you to understand that at least, especially if you're under the PDT rule, it might be in your overall best interest to be a little bit more selective. Just my 2 cents though, right? So here we go. What's going on, Ivan? So you got Twitter. I like it. Alrighty, thank you again for posting that in the ticker call format. A very similar pattern. Are you guys noticing a very similar pattern to almost all these stocks that, a lot of them hit, new highs since the recovery, they've pulled back, and right now a lot of them are trying to find support levels. None of them are actually making higher highs as of right now, and they're all pending reversals. But the thing that I just want to share with you is if you're so certain that it's going to recover, then why not wait for confirmation? Because all the talk that we've heard of, hey, things might get worse before they get better. We just don't know. And why buy now when things can actually continue to drop? It's just up to you. If you're someone that's, willing to risk it for the biscuit, all power to you. I hope that if you're watching this, if you're a beginner, if you're someone that's been here for a while, I am never here to tell you where to buy or sell, right? I just want to make sure that you weigh out both of your options, that you are aware of, yes, the opportunity as well as the risk involved. And I think that, is something that we can respect from one another, right? So there we go. We finally have it in the ticker call out format. I like it. Ticker symbol GNUS. So the infamous pump and dump. I'm gonna call it that. Hit highs of $11.73, and the next day it was trading below $6, and we still had people say, no, it's not a pump and dump. It makes sense on why it pulled back. You're telling me you're trying to justify why something dropped over 60% in just one day? I guess we're all entitled to our own opinion, right? All I want to share with you about this one is the less relevant it becomes, the more it will pull back. People can say whatever it is that they want. I don't know. You guys can easily tell. What are easy signs of pump and dumps? Yeah, there are some stocks that are more volatile than others. It's direct manipulation. Look at the previous volume and look at its current volume. Volume 2 months ago to where it's at now. There was no volume bars that you could see. And then all of a sudden, as it began to get pumped, you could see that much more exposure and demand and volume presented itself, rightfully so. All it's been doing ever since is making lower lows and lower highs. And what I'm here to share with you is it is not impossible to make money on penny stocks. That's not what I'm here to say. I just want you to know, especially since we have a lot of beginners that watch us, is I just feel like everyone that encourages anyone to trade ticker symbol GNUS, they're just hoping that it actually continues to go up. I want you to know that it can get worse before it gets better. I want you to be aware of the risk involved when it comes down to these lower cap penny stock pump and dumps. And it is my job to simply share my opinion and when I think that there's obvious indication of these specific pump and dumps. You can share your opinion and why you think it's so amazing, and I will be there to share my opinion, right? And we can all approach this with an open mind. I just want you not to be sold on the idea that, hey, this thing has to go back up to $9. This thing doesn't have to do anything. It could go back to trading at 50 cents or 5 cents a share. It could, and it wouldn't be a surprise. It's happened with DRYS, right? It just continues to go through reverse stock splits. I think it's TOPS. Yep, it goes through a series of reverse stock splits, and then the other one's ACB, right? And you can say whatever it is that you want. Everyone just believed in these companies. They get pumped for a little bit, and then they just continue to sell off for a long period of time. Again, the question is not, can you make money day trading it? You can make money doing anything, but is it worth the risk? That's the question to ask yourself, right? Alrighty. So we got ticker symbol TQQ. I like it. So for all those that are familiar with TQQ and SQQ, TQQ is the ETF that follows NASDAQ. So when /NQ goes up, meaning that NASDAQ goes up, so does TQs. There's the inverse, which is SQQQ, right? We've talked about these so many times before. The reason we talk about them is we want you to be informed on how to make money even when the market is selling off. Because when the market sells off, then SQs goes up. They each come at their own form of risk. So is it time to buy TQs? It would make sense on why people are paying attention to it, especially as it's approaching the SMA line. But right now, we do not know the true direction. That is the market going to go into a second dip? Or is it actually just a little pullback, a little correction, and is it going to recover? I'm not here to guess the future. Why not just wait for confirmation? That's the easiest way for me to put it. Feel free to share your own opinion as well. All right. Alrighty, I like it. Let's go ahead and do about 2 to 3 more. How does that sound? Are you guys... I feel like a couple of the stocks that we've broken down today have been pretty solid. They offer pretty consistent patterns. Do you guys agree? Alright. So we got ticker symbol work. What's going on? Felix? Alrighty. Slack Technologies, big pullback, hit highs of overall $40, a lot of consolidation. Again, it has so much to prove. We don't know if Slack as of right now is going to continue to drop, especially as it just went through earnings, or if it's actually going to find support and indicate signs of an uptrend. I do agree. Because it's been so consistently recovering, it makes sense on why a lot of people are paying attention to it, especially after it dipped from highs of almost $41 to now trading at $30. You know, that upside margin is there. It's over 28%. It's almost, 30% if it makes a full recovery to previous highs. Please don't be just sold on the potential, but also be aware of the risk involved. You know, things can get worse, right? If the market continues to sell off, then just understand how this can influence Slack. If anything, it would actually probably help out Slack as it didn't do too bad as we were, through the pandemic. So I'm going to just set my alert here for the break above the EMA line, and I'm also going to set my alert for the break below $29. Actually, out of all the ones that we have broken down, out of all the stocks, not ETFs, I like TQs, but of all the stocks that we've broken down, this has to be one of the ones that I am excited to follow up with. Not that I think it's going to go up, I'm excited to follow up with because of the upside potential and, where it heads from here. All right, let's go ahead and do two more. We'll do two more. So I feel like we have to talk about this one, TVIX. All right. So I'm not too sure if you guys understand what TVIX is. One of the things that, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm fine. I personally don't trade TVIX. We've talked about it. I don't trade it too often, and we've talked about it before, but it has to do with overall uncertainty and liquidity, right, when it comes down to the overall market. And the uncertainty, when things are more uncertain, TVIX thrives in comparison to when things are going well for the overall market, TVIX falls, right? So it makes sense that if the market does continue to sell off, that TVIX would maybe be an area to focus on. But one of the things that you have to know is it's extremely volatile. The day that the market sold off about 4 to 5%, TVIX was up over 60%. So just understand that with great opportunity comes great responsibility, and you're not here to prove yourself to anyone, right? One of the things that I want to remind you, especially if you're a complete beginner, is be empowered to be your own person. You're not here to, it's not a race. You're not here to race me of like, hey, who's the first one to, make a certain dollar amount or anything like that. Like, just understand that it takes time to understand what to do and what not to do. So going all in on something that, although, it does make sense that if the market does sell off and TVX thrives, that people are paying attention to it. But just because maybe I focus on this doesn't mean that you should. You need to learn how to walk before you can run. And TVIX can be very volatile. And that's what I want to remind you. While everyone is just encouraging you to put your money in something that is so volatile and so risky because the potential or opportunity is there, I just want you to be aware of also the risk involved. I just feel like that is my part. I'm not here to try to convince you to trade anything. I want you to be aware of both sides. With every opportunity comes some form of, just risk involved in any form of way. I talked about in a video that I uploaded like 2 or 3 days ago, talking about a 9-to-5 job, and even to an extent, right? I mean, when it comes down to having a stable income, it comes at a much lower form of risk, but it still does, right? There's a series of things that you have to do that still come at some form of risk. So please just do your part in only taking advantage of opportunities in which you personally see value in and that you can manage. So let's go ahead and do about one more. How many have we done? So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hit it with the lucky number 11. All right, let's see. If you're tuning in right now and you want me to break down your stock, I need to see it in the ticker call out format. Let's see it. Ooh-wee. We slow down. There we go. I like it. And I really hope that you guys are at least enjoying this. I'm really excited to see what the market has to offer, and I really hope that we earn your thumbs up. All right, here we go. So let's do ticker symbol. Let's check this one out. UBX. Ticker symbol UBX. If it's a good one, we'll stay with it. All right, so I had a really strong push to 11, a lot of consolidation. Direction is unclear. I don't know if this thing's going to push up, if it's going to continue to go down. So right now, I would set alerts on both sides, and until direction becomes, more clear, then it would make more sense. A very simple question to ask yourself, is is the direction clear enough that it is, you want to put your money in something that's making you money, right? That can make you money. And when the overall direction is in your favor, it's much easier to make money when you follow overall direction. So as of right now, when direction is unclear, so is the opportunity. So let's go ahead and do MPAA. Alrighty. So we got a strong pullback, hit overall highs of almost $20. Strong pullback to the SMA line and setting the alert for the break above $20 and the alert for the break below the SMA line. So right now, again, we don't know if we're actually going to go up before we continue to go down. So this is something that we definitely want to follow up with. But one of the things that you have to take into consideration is it's actually tomorrow. Tomorrow it has earnings before market Central Standard Time. So that might be something that we might want to follow up with to see how it reacts to its overall earnings. We got Daniel in the house. What's up? What's up? HOG. I had to squeeze a couple more in there. I just wanted to see if I could surprise some of you. All right, I like this one. Harley Davidson, a consistent uptrend pattern. Hit previous highs of about $28. It pulled back. It's trying to find a support, break above the EMA line. I like that. Margin of profit isn't anything crazy. Let's see. But if it's consistent, it might be worth it. Oh, it's actually not bad. Oh, over 10%. That's actually, I thought it was like going to be 2 or 3%. That's actually great. Upside margin is about 10%. We can manage our risk if we wait for confirmation for the break above EMA line, if we do, right? So we have our alert set. Try to sell at previous highs, and if it breaks below the EMA, we'll manage our risk at like 1 to 2%. So as long as the upside outweighs the downside, it could be something worth following up with. So I like that. I like that. I really don't want to take too much of your guys' time though. So I know it's Sunday, and you guys are probably spending time with family, with loved ones. Not too sure what it is that you guys got going on. All I wanted to say is I really do appreciate you guys taking time and joining us for this Sunday Stock Talk. Don't forget, if you guys want to stay connected and join our free Facebook group, you guys can refresh the screen, and it's that first link down below. We have over 279,000 members. We're almost at 280,000. So again, don't forget that. For all those that are part of Learn, Plan, Profit, I will see you guys tomorrow at Market Open. And if you want to learn more about being able to watch me trade live every single day as soon as tomorrow, click the second link, learn a little bit more about it, and see if it's something that you find to be a good fit for you. And the last thing is, people are asking us for our mouse pads. All mouse pads have sold out except for one. It's the Day Trader mouse pad. It's the extra large mouse pad, 23 by 14. You don't have to, but if you want one, you guys can click the third link down below. We only have a few left. We restocked on Friday and sold out of everything except for this one as of right now. So it's the third link down below. It's at shoptechbuds.com. So if you guys want to pick up a mouse pad, then that's that third link down below. And of course, we have free shipping within the United States. I really do appreciate you guys' time. I wish you guys an amazing and blessed rest of your Sunday. We'll see you guys that are part of Learn, Plan, Profit at Market Open tomorrow. I'm really excited to see the challenges that tomorrow brings. And like we've said so many times before, nothing in life worth having should ever come easy, and the stock market is no exception. Be empowered to accept those challenges, especially if it's something that you see value in. I hope that we earn a thumbs up. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green